Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am going to talk about the Akashic records and like what that is and everything like that. So I definitely I have my notes here, so I'm probably going to be looking back on my notes. But so definitely before we get started into this video, so don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. So let's get started. So, okay, so the Akashic Records, what that is. So the Akashic Records is it's in the fifth dimension or plane of existence. And basically what that is, it's like a library. And basically how you can get there is by meditating, astral projecting, stuff like that. In this library place, it has a lot of beings in there that are of like angels, spirit animals, um, extraterrestrial beings, beings of light, basically. And basically, in the Akasha Records place, there's these books. So, whatever you want to know about, like your past life, present life, or even your future life. Also, too, in the Akasha Records place in the library, there's a healing room. So, whatever like past traumas you want to heal from a past life or any physical things that you have going on in your body, you can definitely go there too and ask for healing. And you can sit in this healing room or, stuff like that. Um, so yeah, so basically, I'm going to talk about my experience when I went to the Akasha Records and what I saw. So, and what really resonated with me and everything like that. So when I went to this psychic group place that I went to, and so we basically did a meditation to go to the Akashic Records place, and I seen a lot of stuff about me, which really resonated in this life. And so I'm going to share my experience. Um, Sorry, I had a phone call. So I'm going to share my experiences in the Akashic Records so y'all can get an idea of what to expect. Everyone's experience is different. So when I went, we did the meditation, we said this prayer, so we ended up going. So I went, I saw this owl man there, and he gave me this book. He kind of looks like the guy from Avatar: The Last Airbender, when they went into that library of knowledge, and then that owl creep man was there. Yeah, it was like kind of the same image he was giving me. So I saw my book, and so basically I said, "Is there anything I need to know about my past life?" So sure enough, they gave me this book. I opened it, and the next thing I know, I was in the ocean. Okay, and I was in the ocean. The first thing that came through was a dolphin, and I was like, "Okay, I like dolphins. Dolphins are cool." And so next thing I knew, I saw this a sea anemone. It was like a coral reef sea anemone looking thing, and I just had this emotional, like all of a sudden I just got emotional out of nowhere, and I just felt like crying right then and there, and I had no idea why. And so the next thing I saw was humans. It zapped the dolphin or something like that. It was a projector or whatever. So I'm clairaudient and clairvoyant myself. So I was asking my angels, like, why did they zap that dolphin? They were saying it was humans and that was a projector or whatever. So I was like, okay, that was weird. So next scene that I saw, and then I looked down while I was in the ocean, and I had these purple scales all over me. So I was like, okay. And so I was totally feeling like a mermaid, like I was one of the merfolks in a past life, okay? And so after that happened, next thing I know is that I felt Atlantis. Like I felt this strong sensation of Atlantis and everything like that. So basically, but it wasn't Atlantis, it was like Atlantis. It was a place like Atlantis, and that was what I was feeling, but I just didn't know the name of the place or anything like that. But don't worry, I'm gonna fill in all the blanks. Everything I'm telling you, I'm gonna fill in the blanks. So after that happened, the next scene that I saw was that I was on this wooden ship, okay, and I was tied up to the front. You know how back in the day, the pirates have like those mermaids statues on the front of their ship? So basically, I just sat there. I was like tied up on the ship, and these sailors were, they were a bunch of men on this wooden ship, sail ship, kind of looked like a Christopher Columbus ship, and so but I intuitively I felt the wood on the ship, which was so weird. I felt it. I could really touch it and stuff. I really felt it. And after that, the wood plank broke, and then I fell back into the ocean. And then the next scene was that I was in this medieval city or whatever, and it was basically this gigantic wall, and it was like a medieval, it was like very medieval. And so next thing I knew, I was like in shackles. Okay. And then they took me out of the city with shackles, and I saw my history teacher, which was so weird, from high school. I saw him there, and I actually seen him in a couple of my uh, past lives memories, which was so weird. And I didn't know why. All of a sudden, I was thinking about my history teacher from high school. I was like, why is he here? So in there, he was like a blacksmith. He was like doing some iron or whatever. It was like some Skyrim stuff, okay? And well, without the magical creatures that I saw, that I didn't see in the medieval city or whatever. So they open the gate. I'm walking out in shackles, and the next thing you know, I see like dead bodies just piled up outside the city. And then there was the ocean, the beach there, and then a washed up whale was washed up. And it was just so weird. I don't know why I saw that. So the next thing I knew, they take me to this like carriage thing with a horse, and I guess like I was about to, you know. So I asked, like, what is this? Like, what did I do? And the next thing you know, the next scene, I saw a potion bottle fall and break, and then a genie came out of it. So, and then that was it. And then they wouldn't show me anything else. So next thing you knew, it was time to come. So the class or whatever, the meditation class that I was in, the lady rung the bell or whatever. So then we had to like come back into ourselves, and then ground and everything like that. So what happened was, so we all ended up sharing or whatever. So what I just shared with y'all, so in that group too, there's like a sidekick there too. So like whatever messages you don't know or what, usually she will just read you and say like, okay, this is what happened, and this is like what you were picking up on, and stuff like that. So what she told me was that, so when I was in the ocean, I did have a mermaid past life. I was part of the merfolks. She said that the city that I was picking up on, the civilization that I was a part of, was Lemuria, and I did not know what Lemuria was. So I did some research and I Googled it, and y'all are not gonna believe what I saw, and it just made sense. Is that back then Lemurian people, so there was Atlantis and then Lemuria. Lemuria was just like Atlantis, but the feminine side of things, okay? They wanted humans and people to kind of like develop their own civilization without them getting involved. Atlantean people, Atlantis, they wanted to help people, and they're more masculine energy, and they wanted to help people and like help them grow and evolve. So what happened was that people believe that Lemuria and Atlantis had a nuclear war, and then so both cities crashed and fell into the ocean. That's what my angels told me, is that it was humans that caused the fall of both cities. I don't know exactly how, but that's what psychically information that I got. Um, so with that being said, the Lemurian people, they fled as dolphins, they fled as whales, and they also fled as merfolk people into the ocean, which was so crazy, right? And so also too, and then some of them also fled to Mount Shasta here in California, and people claim to have seen people come out of the mountain with robes and stuff like that, so which is really interesting. And then some people also fled into other Lemurian people fled into dimensions, maybe other planets and stuff like that. But oh my God, that is so crazy, right? So, yeah, and I just felt a complete connection to them and stuff like that. And so that explains why there's like merfolks and mermaids, and like where they came from is that they shapeshifted because they were a very high advanced civilization, and they were able to shapeshift, do magic, psychic stuff like that. So I just thought that was like really, really cool. Also too, so in the next life too, when I was in shackles or whatever, she was saying, the psychic lady was saying that like I had a past life, and I was being punished for my gifts and my talents, like my psychic and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh yeah, and then I told her, I said, in the next scene I saw like a potion bottle hit on the floor and a genie came out, and she said yes, it was magic. She said you were practicing magic and then you got punished for it. And then she said also to your history teacher, she said that you've actually had multiple past lives with him. And, you know, in that past life, he did feel bad that he should have stood up and said something, but he was just scared that like it was going to come back on him. And so that was so crazy how she picked up on that, because I didn't even tell her about like the details of like what happened when I saw him. But which when she said that, that is exactly how he looked at me in that meditation and the Akashic record past life thing, and it was just like really crazy. So yeah, so that was like really cool. So definitely you can, it's really crazy how really it's very similar. Like some of the things, like your psychic abilities carry on into the next life, which is like really cool. It's just like really cool, and like why I like certain things. Like I love the ocean. I've always been obsessed with the ocean. Like I even went to college for like marine biology and stuff like that because I wanted to like snorkel and scuba dive, and I actually want to live by the ocean. So that is so weird, like how I had a past life as a mermaid, as like a merfolk, and you know, yeah, and I still like have a connection to it, and it's just like really cool. Um, but yeah, so definitely that is like an example of like visiting your past lives. For me, that was a past life that I visited. You can do present life situation, like what is my purpose and stuff like that. Also, too, you can do a future life too as well, and do that and see like your future lives. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So what else? But yeah, it's really cool. And so, and you get to know about like past civilizations that you lived in, also like other worlds that you lived in, time frames, and everything like that. It's like really cool. But what else? But yes, so I definitely that was kind of like everything there is to the Akashic records. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions about more about the Akashic records or whatever, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely respond. Also, too, I have my website up. I am a psychic intuitive reader where I work with archangels to do healing and readings and stuff like that. So definitely, you can book a reading with me if you want to do that. And then also, too, I can also help you, you know, if you want to visit your past lives too. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical.